just love the fact that a tiny sedan like this can be so much fun. I mean, come on. How can you not like a car that can pull handbrake turns so well?
Had your fun?
Yeah, you want to have a go?
Abhik, this is not what these cars are meant for. These cars are meant to celebrate the mundane, not highlight the inane.
You are inane.
No, seriously, no one looks at a sub-4 sedan and thinks, whoa, I'll just do donuts in this and then go pick up the kids right after from school.
Then agree to disagree.
No, really, the key word here is sensible. And touchscreens. People seem to really like that.
Okay, go on.
You need comfort, you need refinement, you need legroom, you need a features list as long as I am. And many more such boring things.
So why look elsewhere?
Who the heck was that?
You know what, just let it go. Just let it go. Anyway, as I was saying, you need all of those things.
And the Hyundai Aura gives you all that and more. Get in. I'll prove it to you.
Right, walk me through this.
Okay, so what you've got under you is a 1 liter, 3-cylinder. Sounds petite, right? Step on it.
All right, that's pretty impressive.
Because turbo!
Also quite impressed by the steering. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. In fact, it's just about the right weight.
Exactly, see? Fun to drive.
Not quite, Abhik. There are a couple of holes in your theory. For starters, under 1700, 1800 RPM, the lag is quite perceptible. And then there's a huge surge all the way up to what, 4,500 RPM? And then it just tapers off completely. Also, I'm not entirely convinced by this gear shift. I mean, a short throw gearbox is always preferable, but at the end of the day, the gates just aren't well defined, so they don't really slot in the way you want them to, when you want them to.
Okay, fine. Let's move on to other things, shall we? I remember you mentioning a touchscreen, and this has one. All 8 inches of it. Plus the seats are pretty comfortable, and there's more than enough space at the back too.
You have no idea what you're on about.
Seriously, what is that?
It's really starting to spook me out now.
Okay, you know what, Abhik, let's not let that sidetrack us. Let's just get on with life. All right, what about the all-important boot space? How many bodies can I cram in?
402 liters, and I think that'll be enough for your requirements.
I guess so, but I have to admit that I'm not fully impressed.
I know, it's a bum, right?
I'm still thinking about that bum, yeah. I mean, come on, what was Hyundai thinking? See? Now that's so much easier on the eyes.
Yeah, but why does it look like it's been rear-ended? And for that matter, front-ended?
Now this is the car that I wanted to make my point with. The Honda Amaze just fits the bill of the ideal compact city car with such ease. Nice proportions, enough space, enough refinement, enough features. It's just enough.
Well, that's just not true.
Now, this is really getting out of hand. Where is that coming from?
You know what, Abhik? Just like the demons under your bed, ignore it.
If you say so. Right, so what am I driving here?
You're driving a 1.5 litre turbo diesel, and that's a lot punchier than the 1 litre turbo petrol in the Aura. It'll also go a lot further on a litre of fuel. It's decidedly spacious. It drives pretty well as well, and it's got a fair amount of features.
Not really. Where is the rear aircon vent and where is the wireless phone charger?
You are way too demanding, dude.
What? I mean, I need those features. And even this dashboard, it's pretty okay, but I quite like the funkier design elements on the Aura's dashboard. This one here is for a simpleton.
Nitpicking.
Fine. I'm gonna give it this though. It does drive pretty well. The gearbox is better than the Auras, although even this one could have been a touch smoother. And even though I like the way the Amaze drives, I kind of prefer the Aura's sportier dynamics.
I see what you're saying, but I also feel that the Amaze just has that extra bit of versatility, a little more flexibility. That's exactly what we need for our kind of roads. And it's also accepting of a wider audience of drivers.
If it's a wider audience you're considering, you two really need to sit up and take notice of mine.
You know what? Just ignore it. Just ignore it. So, what do you think?
While you two have been moronically going over the Amazes and Auras, pluses and minuses, what you've conveniently forgotten is that I am the reigning king. Don't take my word for it. These many million people can attest to that. You may have a car called the Aura, but I have an unmissable aura in this segment. And while you may slap the word amaze around, I've continually amazed people with my versatility and flexibility all these years. Is it any surprise I'm called Desire? Have your little arguments, do your silly handbrake turns. But when it comes down to it, people turn to me for a reason. And I feel no remorse in saying that that is not going to change anytime soon. What's the verdict? I am the verdict.
You can't now argue with the king, can you?
You can't. And you know what? I kind of get why as well.
It's not hard to figure actually. I think what this animated Dzire has been trying to tell us is that while we've been playing with the newbies, the king still reigns supreme.
It's also kind of like classic Coke and some general tepid, warm, off-brand cola.
Precisely. Someone's finally on the right page.
Fair point actually. In fact, the Dzire beats them both on comfort, space, refinement, features, and dare I say even the looks of it.
So why look elsewhere?
Right, but when you do have to look, go ahead and check out CarDekho, where we help you find the right car right now.
Right, and that about wraps up our time over here. I'm Raunak, that's Abhik, this is PowerDrift. We've been hanging out with the Hyundai Aura and the Honda Amaze, and for some reason, an animated Maruti Dzire. Still really freaks me out whenever it does that.
The hair on the back of my neck is standing up.
Wait, I thought that was on purpose, like your head hair?
Are we going to talk about hair now?
Jesus, just a question, man.